So today I've not really kind of set too much of an agenda. There's a couple of things I'd like to touch upon which I think would be quite useful, and maybe a lot of people have asked me this kind of question over the last 2 weeks since my last live, because I do them every 2 weeks. But today is a bit more fluid, and I'd really like, hey, if you've got questions, just ask me. Like, generally ask me, and I will be more than happy to kind of answer anything, go through it on the off the cuff. But I'm really happy just to kind of go through anything. So a couple of things which I'd really love to do today is actually, and if I'm just going to go back down and have a look, and what I'll do is I will share my screen. So hopefully you can see me if I just double check. Yeah, my screen has gone small. So on my last post that I did here, I said that, what do you want me to discuss? Some people talked about, Sean here has talked about small and light items and long-term storage fees. Melvin's talked about things to consider when you're operating your Amazon business as a nomad. And I think Melvin understands that, and if you don't know, I'm currently out in Vietnam, and I've run my business literally from the day dot, my Amazon business from day zero as a nomad business. I've always wanted to be remote. I've talked a little bit about here VAs and hiring them, and we've had quite a few responses on that as well. Luke's talked a little bit about here VAT for dummies and how VAT is an absolute pain. And I actually spent a couple of hours with Luke on Thursday this week talking about how we do VAT, how we account for zero VAT and products with zero VAT, and how you deal with it in Seller Central, but also from an accounting perspective. And trust me, it is not easy. There's a lot of work in there. And then I think what's it called? Paul's talked a bit about fair leads, doing a demo of the lead service, FastTrackFBA, and we talked a bit about that. Luca obviously can't join us, so I know Luca generally likes to join these, so that's fantastic. And then the other one I'd really like to do is, and I'll probably start with that actually while people are kind of joining, is to talk about Al Carton. Now, he did a SKU creation, and I think this is completely not talked about enough, and too many people are just doing generic SKUs, so I'd really like to start with that. But before I get started, let me just kind of come back through. So who have we got in the live today? We've got Sean. Hi, leaving for the shops again. They're all closing. We'll listen in the background. Sean, great to have you on board. Obviously, I know I'm a friend of yours on Facebook. Loving the updates. Really good. And hey, Sean, you're out there, hitting the stores, getting the deals on, and I love that. That is fantastic. So, generally well done. Pedro, hey, Pedro, great to see you. Obviously, really like that. Mariana, we got hey Thomas, fantastic, good to see you as well. And Vlad, hey Thomas, that's in. So anyone else in the live today, be sure to say hi. Honestly, I really like having this on, doing this with you. A part of my reason for even running FastTrackFBA and doing these lives is that I am a nomad. I'm out in Vietnam, and I don't really have interaction with many people who are selling on Amazon. And I love talking business. Generally, if anyone's ever contacted me on Facebook, Tom, I'm having a problem with this, or what can you recommend? And hey, I don't know the answers, but I love talking about these things. I love talking about business. And hey, if you've got any questions, honestly, just drop me a DM, private message on Facebook, and I love talking about that. I'll share my thoughts. I can't say it's going to be the right thing, but I'll give you my opinion, or if I don't know, I'll hopefully direct you in the right direction. But generally, honestly, I really love this, and I love doing the live. So hopefully today, if there's anything you want to talk about, drop it in the live stream, drop it in the comments, I'll put it through. Right, so I think, look, for me, the one thing I'm just going to say is, if you are watching this, give me a like. I really like likes, and maybe if you're watching this on the YouTube replay, drop a comment down, or if you're watching it even on the live stream now, drop a comment down below if there's any questions. Maybe something I go through too quick, because I do appreciate I talk very, very fast. And then also as well, if you're watching on YouTube replay, click subscribe. I think it'll be down here when we edit it, and that's really good, because you'll get to see not only the lives, but also as well you'll get to see the other videos I put out. So hopefully that'll be really beneficial for you and your Amazon business. And again, like I said, drop me a message. If you've got any questions, let me know. Interesting enough, so a custom SKU is basically whereby you have a product which is you're selling on Amazon. Now, whenever you upload a generic product to Amazon, what it's going to do is Amazon will create you a generic SKU, and SKU is stock keeping unit. And the SKU or whatever it is basically your identifier, like your barcode in your business, which identifies that product. Amazon doesn't care what it is, what it says, all it cares about, it doesn't really care, but it gives you the option to save it, and if you don't create one, it'll create one for you. But they are really, really important and really useful because you can basically put information into them. Now, I'm just going to talk you through what Al's done, and I've kind of hacked his sheet. And what I'll do is I'll share a link to that in the group. So if I just come through, what I'm doing is I'm loading it up now, and if I create a working model, so if I create a shareable link, and if I copy this, I can view. Change that more. Anyone on the public web, anyone with the link, save, and they can view it. So that's fine. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop this in here, just in the comments. So sheet for custom SKUs. So this is a Google Doc that I've created, but I've literally taken this Google Doc from Al Carton, so I'm not claiming this is mine. And what I'm going to do now, if I just kind of make sure that I'm good, and I'll go small. So this is what's known as the custom SKU creation sheet. Now you might integrate this, put this as another tab in some kind of like, if you use, FBA multi-tool, you might have a tab which downloads all the products, and then every time you get a new product you want to list into Amazon, you might create a custom SKU for that one product. Now you might think, why the hell do I want to create a custom SKU? Well, the reason is in that custom SKU you can store lots of information. So this down here, and if I just talk you through, this is all the information we want to store in that SKU, and then finally this is the actual SKU itself. So the SKU here this is what we're going to put into Amazon when we create a product. When we we add our products to a listing on Amazon, we're going to put this product in. We're going to use this SKU as the identifier, and I'll talk through why it's really useful in a bit, but I'm just going to talk through how to do it, and then we'll talk through why it's super useful. So what we've done here is I've literally just put like title, like a DeLonghi toaster, for example. We don't need the ASIN, we don't need anything like that. It's literally just the name of the product. We've done merchant. Now you might have merchant something like Argos, for example. You could call it Argos, but you might want to hide what the merchant is. So you might have another tab for what the merchants are, to say like, oh, if it's Argos, my custom SKU is going to be 32 RGS, and then you're going to recognize, oh, that's an Argos product. Now I'm going to put the price in there, $29.99, not a problem. I'm going to put the date, i.e. when I purchased it, so I know, so I can see, when I purchased that product. I'm going to put the type of sourcing. Now in Amazon we'll do things like OA, wholesale sourcing, WS, online arbitrage, OA, which is buying online stores, wholesale sourcing, WS. You might do RA, retail arbitrage, going in store, and you probably wouldn't do private label, but it's like, what type of sourcing have you done? And then finally, like, what kind of method have you done? So you might have, let's say for example, you've got 3 or 4 different products you've done from OA. You might have one from like FastTrackFBA. You might have one from manual. You might have one from like FBA Wizard. You might be doing tactical ARB. You might be many different things. You could even do something like, manual emails. If I kind of do like email, if you're getting like, you're doing manual checks, but this is from emails, it might be something like manual or underscore, and then you might write, if it's like a deal website like Hot Deals, if I can spell Hot Deals, you might write manual Hot Deals. And then the idea is you don't want to make it too detailed. You want to be quite, general, but not, but the idea is to say that, if you are spending time in a certain sourcing method, or a certain sourcing software, or certain sourcing lead service, what you really want to be doing is tracking where that came from. And then once you're done, you can just drag this down. And what I'll do is I'll drag it down here, and you can see here what this is doing. Is it literally takes these products, and if I kind of just put some in here, £11, we're going to say these are all £11, and we're going to say they're all purchased from Argos. And then we're going to be like, okay, so maybe they're all purchased on a different day, on the same day. But you can see here all the SKUs. The SKU basically has all this information in. So we're going to use a hidden merchant. So it's going to have like Argos, it's going to have the buy price £11, it's going to have the date that I put it in. Now we might want to change that format as that comes through, and then it might have here like OA, for example, that's the sourcing method I use. And then it had, should we say FastTrackFBA that I bought it from, FBA Wizard, Tactical ARB, online email, for example, or hot deals. Now, this is what the SKU you'd use when you add yourself to that listing. Now, you might ask, why? Why do I want to do this? Well, the simple reason is when you come to sell a product, first of all, the moment you see that on your phone, oh, this product's sold, fantastic. What you can say is, oh wow, look, I bought that product for £11 and it's sold for £30. Great, I really like that. So without even having to go into any kind of Excel sheets, software or anything, straight away you can see the buy and sell price just on your phone because the SKU. Second of all, what you're going to see is maybe when you're looking at like your P&L software or something, you're going to notice, okay, this product's done really well, this product's done really well, this product's done really well, or maybe these are replenishment products that are done really well. And you're probably going to start to look at the SKUs and go, oh my god, like when I'm doing manual sourcing with email or when I'm doing FastTrackFBA, I'm finding that all the deals are great and they're replenishable, but maybe when I'm doing like, should we say tactical arbitrage or manual deals, hot deals, that's a website by the way, then you're saying actually they're not, they keep crashing, they're not doing so well, the ROI is generally down and I'm not replenishing them. And then for you, what's really important is you're going to spot that quite soon and you're just going to get a feel for it. So you're going to say, oh my god, like these products are really helping me, these products are helping my business. And if say for example your positive ones are FastTrackFBA and like manual email, then you want to say, okay, now I want to start spending more time on those places. I want to spend more time on those sourcing methods and I want to spend less time on the other ones. And hey, the question I'd ask you, and I ask anyone in their business, is if you're paying for FBA Wizard and you're paying for tactical arbitrage, which one works better? So, which one is giving you the best deals? And if you're encoding your SKUs, creating custom SKUs, that's really easy to find. You can literally just get all your all your results. So, showing the SKU, ASIN, profit and loss, profit and ROI, and then literally just filter it for if the SKU contains FBA Wizard, and you can see all the results and maybe work out an average profit per product and average ROI, or you can do it for tactical arbitrage and then work out an average profit and average ROI, and you go, wow, with like in a typical month I might be spending twice as much on FBA Wizard and I'm probably getting just over 2.5 times the profit, which is because I'm spending so much more. But I might find that tactical arbitrage, I'm not getting as many deals, and of the deals that I'm finding, they're just not working, like they're crashing or something. And for you in your business, that's really identifying what's working for you, and then once you understand that, you can do more of it. So hopefully you found that interesting, because this is one thing I always say to people. I always ask them, I say, hey, like, how's it going? If you're using two different lead service or you're using two different sourcing services like Wizard and Arbitrage, or you're doing different methods, what's working? And unless you're tracking which products you're getting from which method, you're never going to know what works and what isn't working. And so custom SKU creation like this allows you to do that tracking really simple. Now, I wouldn't worry, you don't need to be doing it every single day, or you don't need to be reviewing it every day, but you might review it once a week or once a month. That's going to be quite helpful for you. So hopefully you found that useful. Generally, thank you so much. We've got a couple of other likes. James, Vlad, and is it Manuel? I may have said that wrong, so please excuse me if you like that there. But hey, if you are watching this, maybe you've just tuned in, give me a like. I really like that. And hey, maybe you're watching this on the replay, and there's something that maybe I haven't talked about, or something that I haven't gone into too much detail, or maybe I've gone too quick. And I won't lie, I talk very fast. Drop me a comment down below. And hey, if you've been watching this and it's been useful, and you'd like maybe me doing them a bit more interactively, let me know. Let me know down below. Or maybe you want me to do, go back to kind of doing a set piece and that's it without the interaction. Let me know. Or maybe a mix, maybe like 3 set pieces and one interactive or other a week. Let me know down in the comments below. And finally, hey, if you're watching this on the YouTube replay, I always like to do this. give me a big subscribe, because I'm releasing not only these lives but also lots of other content. I've got to do some other ones straight off the back of this live that I think is going to be really important for people who are selling on Amazon. Questions, and I can share my advice, my top tips. I'm not saying I'm the expert, but I can certainly give you my thoughts on certain areas, and hey, you're going to get notified the moment they come out. But what I'll say is to anyone watching, and now in the live or maybe in the replay, look, thank you so much for spending your Sunday afternoon with me. That's been a real pleasure. I really love doing these. From here out in Vietnam, there is no one who really understands Amazon, and it's really nice to be able to talk to a community and have that. That's lovely. So thank you so much. And thank you for sharing your questions, and thank you for listening to my feedback and my thoughts on them. I really, really appreciate it. So thank you. And I think, look, if there's anything else that you want to do, or just drop me a PM, drop me a message, drop it in the group. I'm here. I talk. I share. If I don't know, I'll be quite honest with you, but I'll give you my 2 cents if I think I know the answer. But other than that, what I'll probably say is I've gone through all the messages. I've gone through everything. Again, if you like this, give me a like. I'm going to give it a like now. And I'll just say, look, from me, Thomas Parkinson at FastTrackFBA from Hanoi, thank you very much. Bye-bye.